All right, well, thank you, Connor. Dr. Kate Biberdorf is a chemist, science entertainer, and the inaugural professor for the public understanding of science right here at the University of Notre Dame. Known publicly as Kate the Chemist, her engaging and hands-on approach to teaching breaks down the image of the stereotypical scientist. Look how much fun she's having while reaching those who might otherwise be intimidated by science. She is a best-selling author who has been profiled in numerous publications and has made numerous appearances on national television, like the Today Show, the Kelly Clarkson Show, the Late Night with Stephen Colbert, just to name a few. We are absolutely honored to welcome Kate today to her first ever Notre Dame Day broadcast. First of all, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Quite the introduction there.
Absolutely. We're
just kept going.
It's so exciting to have you, and I know you were recruited initially by Notre Dame by Santiago Chemist. Now, he is the William K. Warren Foundation Dean of the College of Science. So I want to know a little bit more about what you knew about the University of Notre Dame before you arrived, and what have you learned since being here?
Well, so I did my undergrad at Michigan, and so I knew Notre Dame for football, right? I mean, that's what you know it as. But now that I've been on campus for a little over 6 months, I'm seeing there's just so much more here to offer, from the beautiful architecture to the amazing plants and to the humans here. But the science on campus is incredible. Oh my gosh. So just to name a couple things. So the first thing, we have a really strong medicinal chemistry program. So we're one of the leaders in the nation with rare diseases. We also have high-tech equipment. So we've got Casper, one of 2 deep underground accelerators in the world. The other one's in Italy. And the last thing is the students are amazing. There's a 20-year-old McKenna Lichty. Well, she's not 20 anymore, but she was 20. She discovered a planet. So our undergrad students are doing incredible things. So the science here is just, I love it. I love it.
Well, we can definitely feel that energy, and I know our students do as well. So why is it important when we talk about the general public to not just know about science, but really understand it? And why is it even more important for scientists, many of whom are deeply focused in innovative research, to then be able to take that research and then communicate it, what they're doing in the labs?
It's so important. So as scientists, we typically have 3 categories we go through. The first one is we ask a question. What's going to happen when I mix A with B, right? Or light it on fire, something fun like that. Second thing is we do the investigation. So we do the experiment, we come up with an explanation for what we saw, and then the last thing is we share it with the community. And in general, we're not the best with that last category. And so for the longest time, we've been doing things called the deficit model, where we just talk at someone, kind of like what I'm doing right now. But instead, we need to move to the 2-way conversation, so more of a dialogue model, where we're asking questions, we're inviting the community into our space, into the process of science, and actually having them as an active participant with us. That is the goal. That is what we're really aiming to do.
And I think the public is really hungry for that as well.
Right now, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, your position here at Notre Dame was inspired by a similar one at Oxford University, but you are the first ever professor for the public understanding of science in the U.S. You're also the first woman to ever hold such a position. Right. So what do you bring kind of unique to this role?
Honestly, I think it's hunger. I have always been just chomping at this role, trying to get into this position. And so I am so honored that Notre Dame and a Catholic university picked a woman for this space. It says a lot to me about where they stand. And so as for being a woman in this space, I am the first, but I hope I'm not the last. So I am going to hope to have some sustainability here. So I'm going to create a science communication minor. So there's going to be courses where we can train our undergrads, our graduate students, our postdocs, our faculty as well, because we want them to be good science communicators. So it's all about building a legacy and letting Notre Dame, or maybe helping Notre Dame, be the leaders in this space, because we absolutely have a hole for it. We can do it right here in the States. We can do it.
That is absolutely incredible. And so beyond your involvement with the public itself, can you tell us about how you're engaging with students and colleagues to really help them learn on how to talk about science in a way that really is impactful and accessible to everyone?
Well, one thing that I've done is I went down in March. I went down to the Indiana State Capitol with the Science Policy Initiative, and we had about 60 different graduate students engaging in conversations with our policymakers. Some of them were very tough conversations, I'm not gonna lie, but it really reinforced my passion about why it's so important for us to have these conversations. Because if we want our policymakers to consider our science at all, we need to be able to talk about it in non-polarizing language, and then hopefully our science will be considered when they make laws that affect each and every one of us.
Yeah, what was great about that story is it's not just beneficial for the students, but the legislators as well.
Yeah, it's both ways.
Yes.
They need us. They need us. We need them. They need us. So I think we can help each other out there.
That's incredible. Okay, so I know you haven't been here for quite a year yet, but what are you the most excited about kind of regarding the future of science and science communication here at the University of Notre Dame?
Well, I talked about the science communication minor, which I'm really excited about because that's going to give us longevity. It's going to let us be leaders in the space. But there's also international partnerships. So we're partnering with the Royal Institution where they started the Christmas lecture. So hopefully I can present over in the UK and represent Notre Dame. But honestly, like if you had to ask what I'm most excited about, it's that Notre Dame STEM studio that I've been filming for you guys for. Oh my gosh, it's amazing, you all, that I have a top-down camera. Finally, I've never had a top-down camera, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. There's a 1 and a 2 camera. I've got a huge monitor behind me. Like, it's the best thing ever. So stay with me for the next 6 months to a year, and you're gonna see the coolest videos. I'm so excited.
I mean, I think you showed me a little sneak peek last time we met, and it is very exciting.
It's so cool.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and I'm really excited, of course, to see your impact on society's understanding of science. Kate the Chemist, thank you so much for joining us.
Go Irish!
Go Irish!